if I could have just shared some of my insights on what easy looks like for me when I came to Coach B, and I didn't know why I was pouring my heart out to him about my own challenges. What easy looked like for me was accountability. Because I knew if I had somebody to be accountable to, I would work harder. I would work harder. Now, I'm not saying this is for everybody, but if you've ever read the book, The Four Agreements, it talks about the principle. One of the principles it talks about is not sinning against self. And one of the ways that we sin against ourselves is when we don't keep our word to ourselves. You don't harm. Do no harm to yourself. And one of the ways we do harm to ourselves is when we don't honor ourselves, we don't commit, we don't keep our word to ourselves. We teach ourselves not to trust ourselves until it becomes so common that it's just, you almost become desensitized to the concept of not trusting yourself. So because I became more intentional about trusting myself, then I had to lean on somebody else to help me strengthen myself to trust myself. And the way that I do that is through accountability. I'll help somebody to help me keep my word to myself. And as I grow stronger in having somebody help me keep my word to myself, it becomes easier to trust myself and doing what I need to do. So that's what easy looks like for me. What you have to do is whatever you're trying to achieve, whatever you're trying to accomplish, and ask yourself, what would that look like if it were easy? And looking at easy as what helps me collapse the learning curve? What gives me the biggest compression of time on what I'm doing? What helps me compress the greatest amount of time? What's going to help me to achieve what I want significantly faster than me trying to figure it out on my own? Because I was a big figure it outer. That's not a word. Don't go looking for it. But I was a big figure it outer. I just go try to figure everything out. And I wouldn't talk about a lot. And when something went wrong, it was all on me, and I had to go figure it out. I just got to figure it out. It wasn't working. I had to go figure it out because I didn't realize how much of a struggle-aholic or a hardaholic I was. But all I've ever seen done was hard. So there was some nobility in struggling, no matter what it was. There was something like it had to be hard or I couldn't appreciate it. So I constantly put myself in positions where I had to figure it out. Got to figure it out. But that did nothing for my situation. Does nothing for me. Accountability, this moves the needle in my life. Moves the needle in my life. Asking for help on something that I've been struggling with on my own help move the needle in my life. And it's moving the needle in my life. Whatever your thing is, what does it look like? What would it look like if it were easy? What's going to help you to compress time to achieve that goal? What's going to help collapse the learning curve? What's going to get you excited enough to keep your word to yourself is the question. What would it look like if it were easy?